So it's kind of early in the morning. I'm heading to my friend's house. It's also pretty cold.
On the 28th of December, the four of us decided to go on a day trip to Bologna. Thomas and I arrived at the train station of Reggio Emilia and met Jacopo. Francesco joined us in Modena on the same train. We had a roughly 45 minutes long journey, after which we got off the train in Bologna.
Departure at 8:34 at platform 6.
We had a quick breakfast at the station and went on to start our day, seeing some picturesque monuments and boulevards.
These are the famous Twin Towers, two medieval towers located in the historic center just 5 minutes from Piazza Maggiore. The tallest one, the Asinali Tower, is the only one that can be visited. In fact, it is possible to climb to the top and to enjoy an incredible panoramic view of the city. The other one, the Garisenda Tower, has a greater slope, and initially it was taller than now, but to avoid its collapse they decided to make it lower. Even the city council is now trying to intervene to prevent its fall. We decided that it was time for a morning snack, and so we stopped in a small bar near the two medieval buildings that sold focaccia with stracchino, a typical Bolognese food. All four of us had this meal while staring at the towers, and it was very good. I strongly recommend it, even because we didn't pay too much for it. Then we decided to visit the Basilica of San Giacomo Maggiore, which was founded as a church of the Augustinian order. Inside there is the Bentivoglio Chapel, a splendid mid-15th century architecture. You can enter it for free, and inside you can admire a lot of chapels decorated with outstanding paintings. Against the back of the basilica you can find the oratory of Saint Cecily. The date of its construction is unknown, however it was certainly built before the basilica, and today it is used as a concert hall. It is free, and inside you can find beautiful paintings. In the courtyard you can see a small statue of Giovanni Bono and find some peaceful silence.
Via. Che qui a Piazza Grande.
Here we are in Piazza Maggiore, Bologna's central square. It's always pretty crowded, but really it's worth it. You can see in front of us, that's the Duomo, and right behind us, that's the Neptune's fountain. On the right of the Neptune's fountain, there's a gallery that leads to one of the most iconic vaults of Bologna. We wanted to take an aesthetic video on the way to the vault, but a Bolognese gentleman decided to steal the scene. And the result is pretty funny.
Come di donne generose non ce n'è, rubo l'amore in piazza grande, e meno male che briganti come me, qui non ce n'è.
Right next to Piazza Maggiore there's the Mercato Coperto, which is a free entry place with lots of different restaurants. You can really choose to have anything from vegetarian food to fish, but also Bolognese products. We in particular decided to eat at the Gusto, which sells typical fresh pasta such as tortellini, lasagne, caramelle.
It's time to eat.
We are very hungry. We took 2 portions of tortellini with Bolognese ragu and 1 caramelle with cheese cream and 1 portion of tortellini with cream.
We now are taking a little nap before going to the Mambo Museum
Of modern arts.
Busani, what would you rate this meal on a scale from 1 to 10?
7,
Why?
because in the past I had better meal.
I'd say a solid 8. Because we spent less than 10 euros each without beverage, but we ate a lot and I can say I'm full and what I ate was really good.
I would say 8 as well, because it reminded me of my grandma's cappelletti. No, cappelletti.
The Museum of Modern Art of Bologna, or Mambo, is a purpose-designed museum of modern and experimental art in Bologna. Mambo was originally one of the 3 museums that came under the aegis of the Galleria d'Arte Moderna of Bologna, founded in 1925. The prices for the tickets are very cheap, only €6 if you are older than 18 years old and younger than 65, and if you are a minor or a senior citizen, the museum is completely free. We were mesmerized by all the beautiful art pieces we saw. Thomas, in particular, was astonished by a visual representation by Marina Abramovic. The funeral of Togliatti aims to reproduce the funeral that took place in Rome in 1964 of the secretary of the Italian Communist Party, Palmiro Togliatti. In this work of art, it's possible to identify a lot of different figures, like Lenin, which is depicted several times, Stalin, Picasso, Neruda, Enrico Berlinguer, Antonio Gramsci, and Jean-Paul Sartre.
So, while the train brings us home, it's finally time to do some math. A 2-way ticket between Reggio Emilia and Bologna cost us 13.60 euros each. Our focaccia and our lunch at the Gusto were 2 + 9 on average. And because we didn't pay our Mambo tickets, that brings up the total to roughly 25 euros each. We didn't spend much, and most importantly, we had an unusual day and many laughs that we will remember for a while.